overpriced, like this big ball of brain. Roll the dice, might get out of hand. Rocket Man drop 100 grand. Rocket Man got your man. Rocket Man fly to Japan. Rocket Man, he don't ever land. Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man. Rocket Man never out of gas. Rocket Man another bag. Rocket Man poop too bad. Rocket Man whip too fast. Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man, Rocket Man. I might just valet park my Rari on the moon. I might just throw a party.
I'm Brian Anderson. With us tonight, two great basketball minds, Grant Hill and Steve Smith. Also, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Here we go. And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. Morant with it. With the drive. Up and in on the layup. And these are two high-flying teams, Grant. Loads of athleticism on the floor. What's it like to play in a game like this?
Oh, B.A., it is the best. It's so much fun. I mean, of course, here we're expecting lots of fast breaks, dunks, just in general, a lot of action. And, of course, the fans love these type of games. I can't wait.
6 to shoot. Knocks it loose. Bryant from deep three-point land. Pistons keep it alive. Johnson inside. Over Vanderbilt. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Out to the wing. Outside Morant. Vanderbilt with a screen. And then Morant with the jam!
As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Here's Johnson. Right side Burks. Cunningham outside. Another shot. Can't get it to drop. Good D by Vanderbilt.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 minutes.
Oh, wow. Wait a second. Not one to shy away from physicality. Ja Morant just goes about his business.
Pass to Johnson. On the wing, Burks. Outside Johnson. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
In just one college year, Jaren Jackson averaged 3 blocks a game. He has that potential at this level.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Grant, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Both Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
You know, some of Ja Morant's sequences remind you of a young Derrick Rose. He's that explosive.
Here's Johnson. Ooh, he can't stop the run as that misses.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Pass to Burks. Stolen by Middleton. Here's Morant. Vanderbilt. Tipped back in for two.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Here's Cunningham. And with the Memphis Grizzlies, Smitty, they felt like an underdog for as long as they've been around.
It seems to fuel each and every guy that plays here. VA, they want to prove the doubters wrong. It's something that has really brought this group together.
And in Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren, the Pistons taking arguably the two best athletes in the 22 draft. The youth movement is on, and Detroit is definitely fun to watch.
Now here's Morant. 12 points for him. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Here's Morant. 14 points for him. The shake. And he takes it up and lays it in. Morant's got 16 points now. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
The way they've been going after steals in this game, it has been super impressive. They are wreaking havoc right now.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
A minute 15 left to play in the first quarter. Outside Johnson. Outside Bogdanovich. And here's Bryant outside. He's off on that one. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's McMillan. Vanderbilt with a screen. Sinks it from distance.
This has been just a dreadful start for them defensively. Not good at all.
Stewart with it. The kick out to Johnson. Now Bogdanovich. And again, the Pistons missing. Here we go. Morant with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively. And then Morant with the dunk.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside.
Here's Johnson. Oh, stolen by Morant. And so it's Memphis continuing to pile it on, up 22 as we head to the break. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. Back after this.
Get up, get up, get up, start making some noise. Here they come. Yo,
and so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Hey guys, the Grizzlies pretty much in control here.
I'll tell you what, judging from that first period, you have to love what they're doing offensively.
Crushing it, absolutely crushing it. Shooting lights out, building a big lead here early on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, the Pistons focusing on improving their scoring. Coach Dwayne Casey said, quote, "This is an offensive league. In today's game, you've got to be able to shoot the three because you can't make enough twos to win. It's tough to defend the three, so you've got to keep that scoreboard moving." Back to you.
Floor spacing at a premium, Allie. Thank you. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
And they've really managed to dominate inside. Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
Now here's Morant. Yes, it's good. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Johnson. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
Yeah, BA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon.
In the past, you'd see coaches use the fire and brimstone approach. We don't see that much anymore, Smitty.
No, times have changed. It's still okay to get emotional and do some hard coaching, but now you have to stay in control, or sometimes you will lose the players' respect.
And Johnson drops them both. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. And here's Jones. Outside for Green. Puts up a 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Detroit with the ball. Next up, they'll face the Nuggets in Denver. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. Here's the screen by Bryant. Down low. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Coaches loving the ball movement.
And here's Memphis. Outside Jones. Outside for Brooks. This one for 3. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss. Bryant outside. Back to Johnson. That one's good. And the assist to Bryant. Johnson's got 6 here in the quarter.
They're improving, but still find themselves behind.
Very nice stretch from them, but the reason why they're not into this game, they have to get some stops.
Outside Bogdanovich. Back to Johnson. Driving inside. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And his teammates appreciate the unselfishness. Bogdanovich willing to get it to his open guys.
Pass to Green. Outside Jones.
Who's watching here?
His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
We've got 1:48 left in the second. Green in the post. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Clock at 2. And another miss by Memphis. And here's Detroit. They've got a 10-0 run going. Cunningham outside. Pass to Bagley. From downtown. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
Brandon Clark is one of the most efficient players in the league. He's been in the top 5 in true shooting a couple of times.
Now here's Williams. Some solid defense from Stewart.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And here's Bryant outside. Gets it to drop. Now 2 of 4.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Now here's Jones. And stolen by Cunningham. Pass to Bryant. 30 seconds left in the first half. And the 3 off target. And here are the Grizzlies. 13-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. And he can't get the first one. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. He hits the second from the line. Here's Cunningham. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. To the middle. Here's Noel. And it's blocked by Clark. And they recover it. Second chance shot. And it's laid in by Cunningham.
That's great defense, but you couldn't stop Cade Cunningham on that play.
Outside, Williams. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. Defense is setting the tone. Back to the game after this break. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly.
You have to think with this Pistons squad that all eyes are on the future as opposed to the here and now. Young guys focused on reaching their potential.
Burks no good.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And Morant gets it to go.
What a night for John Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's foul number 2 for him. Now here's Cunningham. Inside. And Noel hammers it down.
Beautiful pass. At his size, Cunningham sees the whole floor.
So where do you see the ceiling for this younger Pistons team as they continue to grow?
You know, B.A., it's always difficult to predict the limits of a team. But as long as they continue to steadily develop, they can become a unit with playoff potential.
Drew the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
He's the kind of player every team is looking for. Cunningham understands both how to move the ball and how to create for himself.
Well, the number 1 overall pick in 2021, Cade Cunningham, ended up 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting, but nevertheless had an outstanding first season.
Middleton outside. Noel with the rebound. On the wing, Burks. Fires for 3. And again, the Pistons missing. And Cunningham has to carry a developing Pistons team. Something you'd know about, Grant. Any advice?
Just keep working hard, young man. He is on the right track for sure, B.A. I know he will get it done. He loves the game, and he has embraced the challenge of making this team a winner.
And the Pistons call time here. So it's both teams making substitutions here. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Outside Burks. Detroit, no good that time either.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
Morant. And a nice finish on the layup. Morant's got 28 points for the game.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Pass to Noel. On the wing, Burks. Off target with the 3.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Outside Morant. Now here's Middleton. Back to Morant. Shot clock at 6. Lays it up and banks it in. Morant's got 8 points here in the quarter.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective. as well.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Detroit calls timeout. So Memphis going with an almost entire new group here. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
The Pistons have been in rebuild mode for a while. They've stockpiled a lot of young talent. This is when things should start to come together.
Left side, Green. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
It's been an outstanding performance for them in just about every area.
Especially considering it's on the road in front of a tough crowd. They've been able to block out the distractions.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Here's Williams. The Pistons clear it. So, Smitty, you think the Pistons are ready to become the bad boys of the league again?
B.A., they're not really that kind of team. They're built more around offensive firepower, not the defense and rebounding that was their trademark in the old days.
And he makes it. Johnson's got 13.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Outside, Williams. A minute 4 left in the third quarter of the game.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Here's Johnson. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Their activity has been at a constant level. Always around the ball, quick hands causing a lot of steals.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
And that one's good. Green.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Here's Johnson. No good. Green with the defensive effort. Pass to Williams. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. Now Johnson. He's got 16. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
And just a crafty move to get free for the dunk.
Yeah, he's not just trying to score. He's trying to embarrass someone. Green for 3. Unable to get that one. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. He's been an offensive force.
The Grizzlies, 45.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here's Memphis now. It's a 16-point game. Pass to McMillan. Fires the 3. The shot off that time. And Detroit will go the other way with it. Here's Johnson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
B.A., no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
Middleton from the outside. Noel with the rebound. Outside Johnson. Noel, no good. Memphis in total control.
Pistons foul. Magic Johnson. Third personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. From deep, Morant. He can't hit that time. And Detroit will go the other way with it.
That's his fourth foul of the evening. He needs to be careful now. Pick and choose where to be aggressive.
Detroit calls timeout. Well, Grant, looking at the career of Bojan Bogdanovic, he's been so steady.
Yes, he has, B.A. He's really Mr. Consistency. Always averages double figures, always shoots it well from three. Bojan can play the 3 or the 4, someone you can really rely on as a teammate.
And the Pistons making a change here.
For your Pistons dance team.
Memphis in total control. Outside Morant. Uses the glass on the layup. Morant's got 32 points.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
And there's the drive. Tipped.
Oh, the length of Cunningham. A real advantage on both ends of the floor.
And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. And that one's good. Morant.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Oh, they pick off the pass. Middleton attacking. With the crossover. Puts the move on. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It'll be on Marvin Bagley.
I like when Ja forces the issue, especially in close where he's fearless.
And he sinks the second.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
And here's Bryant outside. The Pistons rebound. Pass to Cunningham.
Second personal foul. Team second.
Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. Well, Smitty, with Morant, his ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
B.A., before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
And Morant gets double-teamed. Rebounded by the Pistons. And stolen by Vanderbilt. Right side Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
With the ball on the string, Ja Morant is toying with the defense. Beautiful.
Pass to Burks.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Bryant outside. Picked by Stewart. And Bryant, here we go. And Chris Middleton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Well, some have said the NBA's next media deal could see franchises' values double. As the league owner, Grant, are you good with that?
I think I could get comfortable with that idea. I just think it speaks to the product. It speaks to how we present and package the game. There's so much excitement right now. It's a lot of fun to be a part of.
It's one of the best investments in sports, the NBA.
No question.
The creativity from Morant, always inventing new ways to score.
Pass to Cunningham. And here's Bryant. Back to Cunningham. To to win the run. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's foul number 2 for him.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge. And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Grizzlies.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And what a huge performance it was for Ja Morant.
Throughout the night, he was their catalyst at the offensive end. Play after play was run through him with great success.
And here's Memphis now. Big time run continues here. 16-0, shutting it down. "50 seconds left in the game. The Pistons clear it. Burks for 3. Drains the triple.
That's where Burks has shown he can be efficient shooting the ball with the catch and release.
Jackson the screen. Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Here's Bryant. The rebound by Jackson.
You know, we talk a lot about scoring efficiency. He's displaying the exact opposite.
Middleton outside. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game